Alright guys, so this is going to be a different type of video. I'm going to be taking on the Androids category stage of Super Battle Road. Again, like I said before, this is a different type of video. Number one, because I usually don't do Super Battle Road runs. And then also because this is going to be a voiceover. So I was doing this stage in my free time. I just kind of made a team together. And so, we'll see how it goes. I mean, clearly I beat it, because I uploaded it, but again, so first of all, I check everyone's defense. I brought a friend, Android 13, because again, Android 13, in my opinion, is the best friend that you can bring to beat the stage. He's a really good unit overall. He has a chance to stun. He lowers attack as well, and defense. So, overall, he's a great unit. MVP 17, again, he also lowers attack. He gives defense to all allies. And so, overall, just an amazing unit. And then, the free-to-play tech Fusion Android 13, the reason why I brought him is because I needed another Android unit, and he was kind of like the best one that, I had in my box at that time. So, I used an Icarus, and we did take some damage in the first, phase of the fight. But again, in the second phase, we have Physical Cell, as well as Tech, First Form Cell. Again, both of these units on their 12 key supers heal, so again, that's why I brought them. They're just going to be an amazing unit overall to run because of their healing. And then the DBZ Fighters Android 16. He has both a high chance to guard as well as, really good defense, because he gets more defense if he's on an Android category team, which, of course, because this being in the Android category Super Battle Road, I decided to bring him. And then he also greatly raises defense on Super Attack. So I thought, what better unit to bring than, a unit that both greatly raises defense, has guard, and overall just really great defense. And then, like I said before, the cells, they healed us quite a bit. Again, that's why I decided to bring them for the heals. That helped us immensely. And as well as Android 16, like I said before, he is just an amazing overall unit. And then we have Int Cell. Again, I don't need to say anything. Int Cell is an amazing unit. There he is at 151k defense. Keep in mind, that is a 55% Int Cell. Again, he is being buffed by both Android 13 and Android 17. We do have to keep that in mind. He is getting significantly buffed. But again, overall, he's just an amazing unit to run. And so, yep, we're just going to see how this turn plays out. Again, this stage wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, personally. We could have run into much more bigger obstacles, maybe getting unlucky with how the super attacks were lined up. But overall, I'd say that this run was pretty smooth. Hopefully, again, if you guys want me to do more of these kind of like Super Battle Road videos, feel free to comment it down below. I'd be more than happy to, do these types of videos for you guys. Especially if it helps, some of you out there doing, some of these Super Battle Road runs, or if you guys are wondering, what units to bring for these Super Battle Road runs. Again, I think my box is pretty realistic for some of you, maybe not super long time Dokkan players, but some, kind of like in the middle, in between Dokkan players. And then, of course, for you newer players, again, you can kind of take a look at this team. Again, there are two free-to-play options with that First Form Cell and the Fusion Android 13. They're both completely free-to-play. And then for, and I know I have two LRs on the team, of course. You do have to pull the LRs, but again, hopefully with maybe the step-up banners for New Year's, you guys may have pulled one of the two. Again, I would say, obviously, Int Cell being the better one, but LR Physical Cell, if you pair him up with that Int LR Cell, is an amazing unit. So, yeah, we're just going to, keep going through all these phases, through all these fights. Again, with both cells healing us, like I said before. So that is super, super good. Having that Fusion Android 13 act as a floater, and then eventually have MVP 17, no, not MVP 17, but that Android 16 be a floater as well. As we kind of set up our main rotations here. I do want to get that, like I said, that Physical Cell with the Int Cell, but we also got Android 13 to transform, because he does automatically transform. It's on turn 5. Turn 5, he automatically, he automatically transforms into Fusion Android 13, and then he gets a significant buff in both attack as well as defense. So I didn't worry about using an item just because, again, he's going to be able to handle himself. And there he is at 1.6 million. Personally, I would have preferred if he hit a little bit harder. But again, he does get stronger if you have more target Goku category allies on the team. So that was a big reason for why maybe he didn't hit as hard as he could have. So there are 3 overall fights in this stage. So again, this stage is tech and STR based enemies. I used an Icarus. As always, this is usually what I end up doing every single time we start a phase of the fight, just because again, LR physical cell is going to take damage from that STR unit. And then of course, Int Cell is going to be dominant as always. He's going to be able to take out that tech enemy for us. And then also with the tech first form cell, if we do take damage on this turn, he is going to be able to heal some of it. And as I say this, you know, we get supered right there, but again, only 24k is not that much. And that just goes to show the power of this in LR cell, who again is at 55%, which again, from I would say the common player is probably going to be where he's at. So again, now you guys know that he is for sure going to be a unit that you want to run in this stage. And then of course, physical cell with this AoE unit, which he attacks all units, and then he also heals. So again, very, very good. And then that little notification there from Goresh, who is also doing a Movie Heroes Super Battle Road stage. If you guys haven't already, I would suggest go check out Goresh. He's the guy who does all the translations for all the new units, you know, the Awakenings, EZAs, all that good stuff. Goresh is the man who does all that. So please go ahead, check out his channel. The guy does amazing Legends content. I one day hope to be able to do Legends content like that man, but I don't think I have the monetary resources to, you know, indulge in all the Zenkais like he does. So again, I think we're going to have a stable rotation of 17 and 13, just because, again, they're going to be able to give themselves defense. And again, defense in Super Battle Road is extremely key. It's extremely key to beating the stages because, again, you know, you can run out of items, and then if you don't have units with good defense, once you run out of items, you know, you're kind of screwed. So, yeah, MVP 17 here, targeting, I believe it is the STR enemy. Yep, we lowered his attack, which is really good for us because, again, we need that lowering of attack so that LR physical cell doesn't get, you know, absolutely blasted. As well as for any other, you know, units that we have rotating around like that Fusion Android 13. So, and then we go over here, we pop, I believe it is we pop a Whis maybe. Yeah, so we do end up popping a Whis just because, again, don't want to end up dying. And I actually completed this. This is my second attempt. I actually made the mistake my first time doing it. I did not pop an item, and then literally in the first slot, I get supered with type disadvantage. So again, I was not going to take any risks, and there we go. We get supered again. But because we lowered his attack, it didn't do as much as it could have. And again, Int Cell, tanking like a boss, good defense. With the Whis active, he's not going to take any damage. And so I decided to go with the 18 key super for Cell, just because, again, why not get this animation in-game? I don't really use the cells all that often, other than just for maybe the difficult content in the game, you know, for a couple Super Battle Road stages. And, you know, speaking of Super Battle Road stages, again, the last video I think I ever made on a Super Battle Road stage was like, I want to say Extreme Physical. Like the original 10 stages, it was Extreme Physical that I did. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said before, if you guys want to see more Super Battle Road stage, you know, run, see if I can get, you know, any of them done, which I'm pretty sure I can. I don't think I could do it for the new 10, you know, for representatives of Universe 7. I don't really have Kaioken Goku. I don't have LR Goku and Frieza. So that one might be a little bit more difficult for me to actually be able to, you know, try to beat. Unless I somehow, you know, summon and get, you know, like Kaioken Goku pretty soon. I don't think I'll be able to do that one. Wicked Bloodline, again, is one that I think I could realistically do. I have Cooler. And again, Wicked Bloodline is just an amazing team overall. They all link super well. So I do think I could do Wicked Bloodline. In fact, I think I'll try, well, not to, no item, you know, no item runs. I know for sure I'm not going to be able to do. So, I mean, if you guys do want to look at no item runs and attempts, I would suggest looking at DeTruth's channel. I think many of us know who DeTruth is already at this point, but if you don't already, DeTruth is the absolute, I would say, king of Dokkan. I've never met a single other person who has a better both account or more, you know, like Super Battle Road wins, no item attempts on, you know, all these amazing and crazy stages. So if you guys want to try to do a no item run, I would suggest looking at his channel to kind of get an idea of what your team build should be. So again, this turn I decided not to use an item. I didn't think we would need it again because we had that. Okay, the Whis was already worn off because again it's only 2 turns. So yeah, I decided not to use any healing items because I thought we could kill him on this rotation. I don't think we actually end up killing him. I think we Android 13 transforms again, and that's how we kill him. But if Fusion Android 13 crits, then I think we killed him off on this turn. Because again, we did end up using the Dokkan attack, and yes, he did crit, so that enemy is down. And then we are fighting the last enemy on this stage, which is Baby. So for those of you who have not watched GT, I think the enemy is Baby. That's, before he absorbs and takes control of, Vegeta and all that. I think the SDR enemy is Rildo, except that's his transform, that's what his, transform state. And then the last enemy, the AGL one, I think is not... I actually don't know his name, but I know he's a GT villain. He's actually one of the people that contributed to the formation of Super 17. Though I think Super 17 ends up killing him, which is pretty ironic, I would have to say. He actually ends up killing his creator, which is the AGL enemy. So, yep. And my mistake is I did not use an item, so he took, 100k right there. So, yep. Again, I almost died right there. I actually thought the run was over, because I thought, if Android 16 gets supered by that Baby again, we're dead. But thankfully, Baby did super before. And of course, we pop an Android 8 to get that heal. Gives us a 50% boost to our defense, which, again, after checking it once more, I knew that we didn't really have to use another item. But just to not risk it, I decided to use a Whis. Because, again, we got ass blasted in the first slot last turn. So, again, don't want to risk it. Don't want to risk, failing this no item attempt. And I decided to try to go for all the 18 key supers, just so we could do as much damage as we could on this turn. But unfortunately, we couldn't. But, again, with the first form cell in the back healing us with this 12 key, it wasn't, as bad. So, there goes Cell again. I'm targeting the STR enemy just because, again, he is the biggest risk to us. And I just really wanted to get him out of here. But, of course, Physical Cell, I decided to target Baby. Type advantage. So, we did put down some really good damage on Baby. And then, of course, First Form Cell is going to go for that AGL unit. Of course, I didn't really worry about him just because we have, 2 tech units on this team. Unfortunately, and thank God I popped the Whis, we got supered twice. So I'm really happy that I used that Android 8 and the Whis, which is exactly what I wanted to avoid. But on this turn, we give all those physical orbs to MVP 17. We get a little bit of healing from that just because, again, we have high defense, and the higher defense you have, the more healing you get from same type orbs, for those of you who did not know. And then Fusion Android 13, just go ahead targeting that AGL unit. So, I think, let me check. Okay, there is still a bit ways to go. I think we had trouble taking out the STR enemy, I think was the biggest thing. And because we wasted the Dokkan attack, this did take a little bit longer. I mean, if we didn't waste the Dokkan attack in the second fight, this would have ended much, much sooner, that's for sure. Because, again, with the Dokkan attack, you're able to attack all enemies. It does, lots of damage to the enemy. We would have lowered their defense and attack if I had, used Android 17. But, it is what it is, Sometimes you don't get what you want. All right. So, as we just continue down here, whittling down the enemy, hoping that, this fight can end, because I am starting to run a bit low on items, and our defense is looking not the best, so I decided to pop a Princess Snake for that 30% damage reduction. And now I'm really starting to get into the serious mode, just because, again, like I said before, I only have one more item left, and that's the Android 8. So, I was a little worried here. Again, even with the 30% damage reduction, if that physical cell gets supered, he is going to take damage, and that's going to spell probably a fail for us. But of course, luckily that did not happen, so we did not fail, which is great for us, because then it would have been 3 tries it would have taken me to beat the stage, but luckily it was our second. So just trudging along. I actually got really nervous because I saw that I didn't get a super with Android 16, but thankfully, you know, the AGL unit was attacking him and he has type advantage and guard, so that was really good news for me. And then once again, Android 13 transforms into Fusion Android 13, and at this point I was like, you know what, I think we're set with this higher defense in Android 17 or MVP 17, buffing him. He's at what, 170k defense, so he's not going to take damage. And I decided to finally get rid of that Rildo unit, just because again he was the most annoying unit here. And then I decided to go for the 18 key super with First Form Cell, but I overlooked the fact that Cell was going to be getting hit with all those super attacks, so at that point I was super nervous. But thankfully Android 13, he double supered, which helps us immensely, because again, next rotation I can go for an AoE super attack with LR Physical Cell, and then we could then, you know, get rid of all the units at once. And then MVP 17 targeting the enemy, trying to get rid of Baby. I think he double supers here. Yes, he does double super, because again, without that double super we wouldn't have killed Baby. And I'm not sure, but I think we kill all the enemies on this rotation, because if that First Form Cell kills the AGL enemy, of course, then I think he may have done a double super and then gotten rid of the other unit. But of course he did not, which is unfortunate. And I think it's next rotation where we do, you know, end it with Physical Cell and Int Cell. Int Cell I used to get rid of Rildo. LR Physical Cell, the AoE to get rid of any older units, and then of course Fusion Android 13 in the back is there to get rid of any other units that may have survived. That Fusion Android 13, even though he did not get a super, he gets 4 key and 80% defense when he supers if he has 3 or more Androids category allies on the team. So I did not worry about, you know, necessarily giving him a full 12 key super, because I knew, or actually not, it was Physical Cell who did finish it for us. So yeah, prediction came true. I did finish him off with Physical Cell. And there we go, guys. That is the Androids category of Super Battle Road done, completed. This is the team that I ran. Again, the 2 free-to-play units are completely rainbowed: First Form Cell and Fusion Android 13. And then, of course, the Dragon Ball Fighters, Android 16, he's at 79%. Physical Cell and Int Cell 55%, and then of course the only rainbowed summonable unit is MVP 17, which even if you don't have him at the rainbow status, you know, he should be more than able to hold his own in this stage. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.